When I was living in the US, I once joined a workshop about making ash for tea ceremony. Honestly, I didn't enjoy making ash for someone else's tea room, but I always dreamed that one day, back in Japan, I would care for my own ash. Last year, I finally filled my hearth with ash for the first time using ash I bought from a tea utensil shop. And this year, as November approached, I decided it was time to try washing my own ash for the very first time. Traditionally, ash washing is done during the hot summer days of late July, but with the temperatures over 35 degrees Celsius and my foot injury this year, that was impossible. So I waited until September when it was just a little cooler. Even then, it was over 30 degrees Celsius during the day, but these days Japan stays hot until October, so September still works. You do need good weather for this work, though. Heavy rain or strong wind can easily ruin the process. So I picked a clear, calm day. The whole process takes several days, especially the drying. So starting early and taking your time is key. Here is what you need: a bucket or a large container, a sieve, gloves, and a mask. Ash can irritate your skin, so gloves are important. There are special tea ceremony sheaves, but I use the gardening sieve, much cheaper and it works just fine. First, I shifted the ash to remove any debris, then slowly added water while mixing it so it wouldn't splash. Wet ash is surprisingly heavy. No wonder tea ceremony was traditionally practiced by men. It's quite the workout. I split the ash between a bucket and a wide plastic storage box. The box was much easier to work in because of its wide surface area. If you try this, smaller batches will make your work easier. After soaking the ash for a couple hours, I skimmed off the dark aku, the scum that rises to the surface. Did you know the Japanese cooking word aku comes from this ash water? In the old days, people even used this water for washing and bleaching. It was an everyday necessity. Then I carefully poured off the clear water, tilted slowly so the ash wouldn't float away. Tea work requires patience and care, and sometimes I feel too impatient for it. But mistakes helps us grow, right? I repeated the process, adding water, mixing it, draining, about 4 or 5 times until the water was crystal clear. I didn't squeeze out the remaining water like some tutorials show. Instead, I let it dry naturally. A wide container works best for drying since it speeds up the process. After a couple days, most of the water had evaporated. I spread the ash on newspaper, dividing it into smaller portions, and let it dry completely. After it was completely dry, I shifted the ash once more to remove small clumps and balls of ash. That's when I realized I had lost nearly 1/3 of my ash in the process. I probably poured away too much ash when draining the water. Next time, I'll be much more careful so that less ash floats away. What I love about this process is that you are giving life to something that would otherwise just blow away in the wind. Every year, you wash and care for it. The ash develops its own personality. They say it takes several years before ash really becomes mature. I can't wait to see what kind of character my ash will have in 5 or 10 years. Maybe, like a plant, it will grow better because I cared for it. If you enjoyed watching this process, please give this video a like and tell me in the comments if you've ever washed the ash yourself or if this inspires you to try. And don't forget to subscribe so you can follow my tea journey.